right. Hello. God damn, why do I look so grumpy? Jesus Christ. I just caught a glimpse of feedback of myself, and I just looked so grumpy. I looked like a little grumpy goblin. Okay. Okie dokie then. Give me a moment to get set up here. Okie dokie then. Or pineapples, good morning. Okie dokie. TCP Wizard, hello as well. Gotta love the Minecraft music. It's not Minecraft music, is it? They do actually have some Minecraft tracks, but I don't think I have them in this playlist. Who isn't grumpy in the morning? I mean, I'm not intentionally grumpy, you know? I just looked at myself. I just look grumpy. What is this? Harvest Dawn? I can figure out. That is Oblivion. Oblivion. Okay, I think I'm set up here. I think I am good. Aureliath, good morning. Welcome. Let's do things. Let's do things. Yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I think I just did UI stuff yesterday with the inventory. Increased the, what is this? What is this? Huh? So I fixed my character panels to work with the inventory now too, and the free mouse as well. Like you can right click on things in the character panel and unequip them. Is there no default object here? What is this? Of course I can't see a thing. Okay, this is null. It says this is null, which is the class. But I already checked if it was null. Gotta go work now. Have a great day, everyone. Have a good day at work. Thanks for stopping by for a second. Sucks a little that Ryder's increasing its price model in 8 days. Oh, are they? I didn't know. Well, it's they still have the free version, so. And I'm like, you know, I've paid for it for I think 2 years now, so I'm in like I'm in the tier down. Because it gets cheaper like each year that you pay for it. I think JetBrains has a very reasonable pricing model where you get to like keep the version that you pay for as well. Yeah, Ryder, there's a free version for non-commercial use now. Dot Ultimate. What does that come with? Just all the C suite stuff? Why is this an actual error or what? What's happening here? Why are there so many fuzzies in my office right now? It does seem to be an error. To be honest, this has never happened to me before. This one has not happened to me before. Oh, they're on AI. Yeah, I tried a free trial of their AI. It was not as good as Copilot, so stick with Copilot for now. Although this does say the Wait, where did I just... Yeah, it does say null pointer on the or the fsoft object pointer here, so... Maybe it is actually null? Confused. Confused. So are we doing is valid instead? We'll see. So yeah, I fixed the character panels last night, real quick. So those work, and then I realized my entity attachments were broke. And so I fixed those. I was doing them wrong. So now I can, the entities can, you know, they can equip and unequip weapons now properly. Because before, when I was doing it, they just wouldn't, they'd get equipped and put in the character panel, like in their equipment, but they wouldn't actually like hold it. Right, it wouldn't actually spawn an actor for them to hold. So I fixed that too. And so I'm moving on to doing world items today. So I already set up my like base classes for that last night real quick too. So I have like a world item subsystem, a world item actor, and then a world item ISMC. Might get rid of the actor and just store the ISMC components without an actor owner, because I don't really see the need for an actor, honestly. I might change that. Much better as Copilot. I've used ChatGPT, but it isn't the best. It makes up things to deliver fast. I mean, it's nice to not have to go to a website and have it in line here, and then you can also do the edit mode, where it'll put the code in your editor for you. So that's you know, already better than the website. And then you get to use. Probably can't see it. Hang on. Where's my face at? You get all these different guys here. All that you can use different models. So you got like Claude 4 and stuff like that. So those are better. And then the autocompletes were better and faster, which is mainly what I use it for. I call police on you. Thank you. Welcome in. Guy who calls police on streamer. Welcome. Okay, play. Are we gonna crash now? Should be able to use GPT-5 as well. You probably have to. Let me check my GitHub, because you probably have to like enable that in the GitHub website settings, right? Oh, I'm not signed in. Okay, I'll do that later. We'll check that later. Hang on. Yeah, if I get faster and better autocompletes, you know, that's all I need. So I also added in, like I can't see, I'm right clicking here. I can't unequip it because he's not in my colony yet. So I added that little ownership. So join my colony, now I can unequip it. See, easy peasy. Wait. I kind of messed up. Ooh, the toggle there. I need to fix that real quick. NPC. Where is... What is it? Just, it's probably toggle inspect panel. Handle cursor mode. That just broke all my UI. Don't compile your blueprints at runtime, kids. Don't do it. So yeah, we can inspect. Okay, yeah, that works now. I can't unequip it, but if he joins my colony, now I unequip. Show me your inventory, I'll show you mine. Show me yours, I'll show you mine. There you go, give him some things to try out. So we can equip the pickaxe, he's got the pickaxe. There you go, now he's dual wielding. So that should be in his, yep, in his character sheet. Which is way too big. I need to make those smaller. But yeah, that's what I did last night. So now we're gonna do world items, which means I'm gonna like drop things from my inventory into the world. And so we need to go to probably inventory. Are you planning on releasing this game? Ask me again in 5 years. Why does it always opens up every fucking tab all over again? I don't know what actually saves the tab state. On drop. I wonder, oh yeah, I was thinking that I would need to do my HUD. Handle an on drop on my HUD. Because that should take up the full screen. Let's just do a print statement here. Give this a quick testy test. HUD drop. HUD drop. I don't understand how the fuck my HUD drop was skirt. Plug walk anyone? Okay. Click drag. Nope, nothing. Okay. Nothing. Did I don't remember if I had to do anything there. Type of game are you developing? It's going to be an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain and AI generated quests. So if you'd like to see it, here is wow. Here's some of the procedural terrain. This is just one random seed. That was a nice crater we spawned into though. You're singing plug walk with me? Nice. Working on a VR game and the HUD is so annoying. I can imagine that has its own challenges. Oh, okay. Bad seed fell through the world. I really need to fix that. I thought I had that fixed. The falling through the terrain. WoW quest by AI. Not sure what to do with that statement, but thank you for it nonetheless. Everything's harder in VR? Yeah. And there's less of a market for it too. So it's like really, it's a really a labor of love there. It's a nice seed. This is nice. I like this one. Got some varied landscape. Some nice terrains here. For pineapples, are you late for work now? I think you're late for work. Oh, that's a cool one. So there's this tunnel here. You go through this tunnel and it like opens up into cave right there, which is kind of cool. Oh, I said work out. Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah, that's the bit of the world. That's a bit of the world. Oh, I forgot I have spawning turned on. Wow. Thank you. You're cooked, bro. You're cooked. You really need to clean up those fireballs. Nice little fire, just kindling. So yeah, that's a little bit of the game. But let's go back to the test level so we can figure out what we can do to detect a click on screen or a drop on screen. Let me see if there's anything on Google, Unreal Engine, and drop on screen. I would have thought the HUD would have just picked that up. Get hit result under cursor by channel. Didn't know that node exists, so that's nice. So when I actually get a proper event, I can use that. Drag and drop at specific location in 3D world. Yeah, I just need to capture the event. I click, drag and drop, blah, blah, blah. Drag and drop on invisible UI area. I bind the BG to is drag and drop. So it only shows them. Okay, that nothing to do with what I want. I get how to do it on an, well, let me see. Is my HUD, there's this canvas panel, right? Like I feel like I should have clicked on this canvas panel. What other events do I have here? On drag. Detected, canceled, enter. The visibility is set to not hit testable. Is it now? Is that the issue? Ah. Is that the issue? Wow, Jared, you're about to save me like hours here. Oh my god, you just saved me so much fucking time. Thank you, dude. Holy shit. So my hunch was right in that the drop method would work here. I owe you a beer. Praise the sun, yes. HUD drop. Okay, so we have the HUD drop event. Now what do we want to happen on the HUD drop event? Okay, what was it? It was like under cursor. Get hit result under cursor by channel. Race channel, either visibility or camera. Under cursor for objects. I think I want, that's not at all what I want. But I also block widgets behind a good call. Let me test that. Okay, let's make sure the HUD doesn't fire now. Oh, I guess I don't care if the return happens. Okay. No, it works. Seems to work. Yeah, works perfect. Nice. For objects, yeah. So I think I want a world static, dynamic, and terrain. Hit results. Branch off whether or not we got a hit. Let's see here. If we got that hit. If we didn't get a hit, we can just return false. Hit result, break that bitch. And I need to check basically the distance. We can probably just check distance to hit location from the owning player. Oh, I need to get the player control, get owning. Is that a controller? Yeah. So I can probably, let's just get the location of the, well, I can get owning player pawn, right? Get owning player pawn. Get actor location. Dist. No, wrong dist. Distance. Vector. Impact point. I guess we can just come up, let's just like hard code something real quick, just for, that's less than, we'll just say 500. Then we can handle that. This will be valid. UI drag and drop in 3D, it must be tricky. It seems pretty straightforward so far. I'm sure there's going to be something that pops up though. Turn false there. Okay, so we are within correct distance, and I kind of want to like promote this to a variable, but we'll be fine. And so if we are within distance, so I want to get my world item subsystem that I made. Drop item. Plug that in there for whether or not it's handled. Then I will need to get the item from the operation. What is that? Wait, what is operation? Drag drop operation. Yeah, and I named that transfer. Yeah, why is my context sensitive things are not being very happy with me? Pass that to the transfer payload, and then I will need to I wonder if I should just do like a get item from payload function. I probably close other tabs. UI use. Actually, I don't need it, do I? What I can probably do just for a little convenience, let's make a little convenience function here. Function, I'll just say get item. I'll just say get item. Const pure. If from actor cast to inventory. Dude, why are the casts not showing up here? Cast to character panel. And then do I have a... We have transfer item. From inventory or component, get item at index. Well, we need the from slot index. Get item at index, and then let's make a return value for the item. Okay, so that one's good, and this one is just like get highlighted equip, which should probably be a const function as well, but who cares? What are you mad at? Oh, that's why I did from actor. Wait a second. Yeah, I actually don't. Wait, where's the from? Why did I think that that had the component on it? Self. That is on. Oh yeah, that's on right click. Yeah, so on drop. Yeah, I don't actually have the from item. Oh, I just do from actor get inventory component. Get yeah, okay. Yeah. This is what I need to do actually. Yeah. It was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so we'll do that. Get item, and then we can go in here and do get item instead. Sure. Good Mylan. Going well. Welcome in. Okay, what are you mad at? Drag drop operation. Wait, oh, I have to get... Oh, that's why they weren't showing up. That's why they weren't showing up. Get payload, get item. Okay. Yeah, I was like, why is my context wrong? No, it was me. It was a skill issue, basically. Okay, so now we got that wired up. Let me review real quick my ISMs here. So we are going to be calling the drop item, which calls the rolled item actor drop item. We will add the item in the contained items array. We will get or add the ISMC, which will right now just use the default mesh. So I need to wire that up, I guess, in the actor. Oh, that's why I wanted the actor. Arusanger with the sub, the prime sub. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support, my dude. Welcome in. My sub goal of 10 was just completed. Wow, I didn't even know I had that. You completed my sub goal. Thank you. Morning again, Dev bro. Good to see you being more productive than myself. Hey, you too can be productive. I believe in you. Yeah, so I wanted to actually spawn the actor so that I could give it the default mesh. That's, yeah, I'm remembering now. That's why I built the actor. Okay. But I am just going to spawn the actor. I mean, I could make a blueprintable subsystem. And then add it there. Day after tomorrow is my first hackathon. Fun. I've never done one of those, but sounds fun. I hope you have fun. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe make this blueprintable so that I can pass the default mesh, which is just going to be a cube. Just a cube. Well, actually, I wonder, should I do this or should I have... Should I have it set on the item? Because that may be what I use eventually anyway. Jonathan Fruchtnicht. Does your last name mean not fruit? Fruchtnicht. Jonathan Not Fruit. Please, Mr. Not Fruit was my father. Germans have silly words. Class, yeah, I'm wondering if I should just have a mesh on here, although the equipment, I think, is the thing that would have the mesh. I've heard that often. First React project too? Are you gonna do some research beforehand? React is nice. React is nice. So I guess the only thing that has a mesh right now would be weapon data. And I guess it's on the weapon class. From Python to JS? Oh boy. JavaScript isn't so bad. It's... As long as you don't do stupid shit, the language won't give you stupid shit. And I know the internet would have you believe otherwise. There's my like the mesh, right? The actor. I guess the actor has the mesh on it. I guess in a literal sense it does grammatically mean that. Some story was told to my father by an old German man that it carries a more novel meaning though. Yeah, I'm sure. My last name has a meaning in German as well. Yeah, I wonder if I should just put on the item data another, like a fsoft object or whatever for a static mesh. Where am I storing the default mesh though? It'd be nice to have that defaulted to the default mesh. TypeScript and React isn't so bad. Pure JS drives me bonkers. Yeah, for larger projects especially, yeah. But I've worked in many... Oh, you guys don't even know. JavaScript before ES6, you guys don't even know. Is anyone here old enough to have used JavaScript without ES6? Using the old React syntax of class components? Care to share your lore? I don't know, it kind of gives away my my last name, which I'm not sure I want to share on the internet. It's a pretty literal translation, so... Otherwise I would. Yeah, for a small project, JS is totally fine in React. TypeScript might actually not be necessary, but yeah, for larger, like an actual project at a company, you know, TypeScript for sure, when you're working with a team and stuff as well. Anyways, yeah, I need a mesh. I need a mesh. I'm trying to think of what I want the default mesh to be. or like where I want it to be passed in. So I could pass it in on the subsystem. I could pass it in on the actor. I could have a mesh pointer or soft object mesh or something like that on the item data, which I think I may need anyways if I'm going to be spawning world items and stuff, potentially. Also, let's set nanite enabled on these bad boys. How about that, huh? Or is it would need to be on the mesh, right? You can force disable it though. Yeah, so it's just based on the mesh setting. That sounds fine. That sounds fine. I guess for now, we're gonna put this on the subsystem. We'll have to make it blueprintable. And then the default mesh. Where are you? Default mesh. I'm wondering. I guess I would need to get the the subsystem here. World item subsystem. Yeah, so I should probably just get rid of, oh yeah, that's inaccessible. So let's make that public as well. If mesh equals default mesh, and I'm stubbing this in for later. Stubbing that in for later. Mesh get material 0. No, we want to, that's not what I want to do there. Let's do ISMC get material 0. There we go. What are you building? Just joined. Working on a video game. Working on a video game. This is some Unreal Engine code we're looking at. So I'll need to like create the blueprint subclass of that subsystem. Then I need to do the whole asset managers thing that I had to figure out in order to in order to get blueprintable subsystems. Nice Skyrim lo-fi ambiance. Love this one. Yeah, it's a good track. Have I given any thought to the soundtrack yet from a game? Not really, no. Not really. Okay, so let's create that blueprint. Blueprint class, we'll do world items. And this should maybe just be like an ISM subsystem. Okay, world item subsystem, and then I need like the asset manager or whatever. Specific assets. Yeah. So we gotta put one of those in there. Primary asset type, world item subsystem. World item subsystem. If I can spell it right. It's copying from what I did up here. Specific assets. Uh-oh. Fun. Okay, so now I think that priority... Okay. Now I think it should use my BP subsystem. So let's open that up. BP world item subsystem, and so I'll need to set that default mesh. So let's and I think I just wanted like the cube, the default cube. Cube 1. I think it's 1 meter cube with socket. Cube. The 256 at 100 by 100 by 100. Use the engine basic shapes one. Nothing happened. Oh, it probably wasn't close enough. Okay, yeah, no breakpoints hit yet. Okay, return value is false. Get hit result under cursor for objects. Yeah, so that hit nothing. Beautiful. Let me look straight down. Also false. Okay, time to read this function and figure out what it does. Get a hit result at screen position. I wonder if it's... Does this hit the... Early out if we clicked on a HUD hitbox? Is that what we've done? Okay, we didn't get there. Wow. Okay, so we're like, where are we hitting? Am I even running this code? Come on now. Thank you. Jeez. Thank you. Local player. And local player viewport client. So yeah, we do get in there. Good. If get mouse position. So that doesn't return true. Okay. Why, pray tell, do you not return true? Slate application get is mouse attached. So I'm gonna guess we don't get there. I'm gonna guess platform is valid and is... Can I even breakpoint that? I don't think so. Oh, okay, it does return. Okay. It does return true. What is my mouse pause? -1, -1. That, I don't know. That doesn't seem... doesn't seem correct. It does not seem correct. It's greater than 0. Yeah, so we don't even get there. Yeah, got mouse position. I suppose is false here. Okay, so that's the issue. Stream setup brilliant to do. Just realized you have cursor tracking. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass to get working well. I'll be honest with you. There was a script for it, but that script, it's like OBS zoom and follow mouse or something like that. But the script didn't. It doesn't not follow the mouse when it's hidden. And so like when I'm playing the game, my mouse is hidden, right? But I don't want it to keep following where the mouse would be. That's what it was doing. So what would happen is like I'd be playing the game and then the camera would get just stuck up in this corner in the vertical stream, YouTube short stream, and it would look like shit. It would just be all over the place. So I had to edit that script and like hook into the Windows API to like test if the mouse was actually shown on screen or not. And if it's not shown on screen, so I'm gonna hit F8 and go back into the game, it goes back to the center and stays there. So like it was a pain, kind of a pain. So yeah, we're not getting a proper mouse position. Interesting. Okay, so we may have to write our own here because I don't really feel like digging into the whys of that. I'll do a quick Google search just to see if we get anything. Do I have one open now? Unreal Engine. Hit result under cursor. I'll just say not working. We'll just see if there's a quick answer here. Hit result under cursor, wrong mouse position. Is your reticle considered cursor in game? Nope. So when the game has control over the Windows cursor, it is hidden, and I can detect that. Or are you trying to have items tagged when held in HUD? Wait, are you asking about the script, the zoom, the follow script, or are you asking about what I'm working on right now? I'm a little confused. Do I have like a mouse position here? Screen space position, convert to world. Deproject screen to world. Let's do a draw debug sphere. Radius of 50 there. Just to test. We'll test this. Okay, that was very fast. Hang on. Duration 5 seconds. Okay. Of course, it like compiling the HUD just like. Okay, Oh, okay. So it was like quite literal. Okay. Quite literal. Oh, and direction. Okay, I see. Okay, let's try this then. Draw debug arrow. Okay, so we're gonna do world position, direction. Oh god. Okay, we're good. Add world direction. Multiply by, just make it like 100. 200. Line color, red of course. The goated debug draw color. Jesus Christ. Okay, hang on. that was insane, whatever the hell that was. Jesus Christ. Okay, multiplying by 100 was not the move. Is there a little arrow on the end of that? There is. That is not what I was expecting. Your work, sorry, coding is totally beyond me. Watching you doesn't necessarily teach me, but I'm enamored of watching the process. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is drop items in the world. So what I want to happen is when I click and drag into the world and drop, like right there in the world, I need a little thing to appear. Oh, did I do it backwards, Jared? I did it backwards, didn't I? Jared here just being my like IRL co-pilot, my non-AI co-pilot here. But yeah, to do the world drop thing, I need like a line trace in the world. Okay, that is also not what I was expecting. It is also not what I was expecting. Arrow size, make it a little bigger, a little thicky, a little thicker. Yeah, that is an interesting direction. I'm multiplying the direction by itself. What do you say? Multiply the direction and then add it to. I mean, I've done. Hang on. Let me look at. I've done this before. Hang on. Direction. Get point along direction. Start point plus direction times distance. Okay. Yeah. So this needs to be distance. I don't know how to do this because I've just used this one function. I mean, let me just use that function. Get point along direction. Get point along direction. Distance. Direction. Start point. Distance. 100. You see, functions are the old AI. If you use functions too much, you'll never form an understanding. And I am living proof of that. Okay. See, that's still not what I was picturing. That is still not what I was picturing. So it is returning val. Okay, so that is not, I was expecting the direction. It's almost like it's a little opposite. The direction is like 90 degrees from what it probably should be. If you want to trace to the ground, use get hit result on a cursor on the player control. That is exactly what I was doing. That was not working because it was not getting the proper mouse position. So that's why I'm trying to see here what it is. Jonathan, the issue is that I can't seem to get the proper world location from the mouse position. That's the current thing that I'm trying to figure out. You see, these vectors are supposed to be pointing to where I dropped it, but they're not. Get screen space position of the cursor in screen. Is there any other... What other information is on here? Nothing, of course. Pointer event. Let me look at the pointer event. What do we have here? There was no hit. There was never a hit result, Jared. And the mouse. I was just debugging it, but there was the mouse position returned -1, -1, and it never got a hit. That's what I was just doing before this. Use mouse button down, get affecting button. Use touch event, gesture type. Yeah, I mean, I guess like, how would it know the direction, right? Like, how would it understand what direction? Do I just need to use the rotation of the player controller? Which maybe is what this is doing anyway. Get projection data. I've done this before too. I've done a frustum colon. I've used this very same function. So this does work to some extent. Does it get the correct direction? If stereo rendering is enabled, oh boy. Yeah, this is beyond me. circa 2014. Is it hitting UI layer, returning -1 because of that? I mean, why would it return -1 in the mouse position? Like, getting the mouse position, like, why does it matter if there's a UI element or not, you know? Just getting the current mouse position should be a pretty atomic thing. Yeah, do I need to do something with the scale? Hey, gosh. Oh no. Okay, here we go. What does he do? Convert mouse location to... I mean, he's just doing what I did. Exactly what I did. Oh, you mean mouse position in screen space, not get hit result under cursor. I mean, I debugged the code that was being executed by get hit result under cursor. The internals of that function were getting the mouse position in screen space, and it was -1, -1. Can you enable the draw debug on get hit result under cursor and see where the trace is going? There was no trace. Like, there was nothing. Like, there was no draw debug either. And I mean, like the mouse position, like, I know what the trace was doing. The trace was doing nothing because there was a -1, -1 mouse position. So. Yeah, the mouse position doesn't make sense. I agree. Totally uneducated guess that it's possibly because your cursor's on the item you're holding when you try to drop it. No, because it's just the mouse position is wrong. The mouse position does not matter what's... The mouse position is the mouse position. It doesn't matter what's on the screen or not. Oh, Jesus. Get mouse position. Can I just... I wonder if I just get... let me just get mouse position. On platform, on viewport. Let's try this. In local space of the viewport widget. Do I need to do to absolute, maybe? Absolute to viewport. That probably is necessary, right? Oh no, this is because this is viewport. This is viewport, so we might want a to absolute. Geometry, shit, okay. Okay, I would need the oh, and I have it, hell yeah. Oh, it's the geometry of the widget receiving the event, which I guess is the HUD here. But potentially that works. Potentially that works. All right, let's just try this though, real quick. First. There we go. Money. Boom. Nailed it. He still got it. He still fucking got it. So yeah, this pointer event is wrong. Brute force what do you mean brute force coding? Is that what we're calling not vibe coding now? Is that what brute force coding is? That's just coding. That's just coding. Okay, so I can do a line trace pretty easily here now. Line trace for objects. So wire this all back up. Okay. Get the noodles to align properly. I don't know that I need a draw debug. Start and end. I think I can just use the draw debug on here now. Yeah, and I actually have a draw debug now. So that's nice. Okay. Shit. Okay, hang on. Okay, I only did 100. That's why. What was my let's make a little local variable here or something. This is going to be max drop. Well, no, this is the interaction trace, but then we check the distance over there. So just make this something like 9999, you know? Because we're checking the distance from the player, not the controller, which is gonna be a different distance. That distance would be different, yes. There we go. Okay, distance. Okay, we're cooking. We're fucking cooking, boys. Okay, we are dropping the item. The item has not been dropped. I repeat, the item has not been dropped. Okay, so let me look at the world item actor. Oh, it's spawning multiple. That's not good. That is not good. Well, I guess it's nice to be able to, I could add the ISMCs to the actor component so I could actually see them. Drop item. Drop item. Okay, I want breakpoints in those spots. Okay, mesh is null pointer. I should have set the mesh though. This is okay. It didn't load in my blueprint one. That's why none of this is working. Okay. You are not being loaded, good sir. Why is that? My entity subsystem, world item. Did I spell something wrong here? U world item subsystem. No, that's all. It all seems to be spelled correctly. World item subsystem. I'm doing it the same way that my entity subsystem is hooked up. Do I need to restart the engine? I wonder if I need to restart the engine, because it probably does that like on load or something. Let's try that. Okay, let's build. Nothing that turning it off and on can't fix, right? Okay. Put my breakpoints back. Mesh is null pointer. Shit. Okay, still didn't work. Yeah, world item subsystem does not seem to be the proper one. Project settings. It is there. DP world item. Base class of all assets of this type. Specific assets to scan. Let me look at my entity subsystem. I also have it marked as blueprint type. Also, what kind of subsystem is it? It should also be it's a tickable world subsystem. One derived blueprint class. Also one derived blueprint class. Okay, we're gonna rebuild again. See if we can get this blueprint subsystem subclass to actually load into the world. Now, do I actually need to... I may actually need to reference the blueprint one specifically. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I thought it would do it for either the blueprint one or the CPP one. So I guess there might be two subsystems. Which is a scary thought. So let me go in here. So yeah, I mean, I guess this is what I would need to do. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, maybe I'll just stick to the actor. Then I'll have to just... But I'll have to manually put the actor in each world that I want to drop stuff in, which is a little annoying, but that should only be a few for testing, right? All right. The mesh, are you null? You are still fucking null. It is still using the non-blueprint world subsystem. Let me look this up again. Blueprint subclass subsystem. I definitely feel like I'm doing this with the entity subsystem. It is possible. How to reparent a blueprint user. Okay, so let's just, you know what? Let's just cut the shit. Let's cut the shit. That's editor preferences. Okay, get rid of that one. Wait, is there something else I needed to do here? I don't think so. I mean, no, I don't think so. No, I don't think it was. I'm just gonna delete it. And what we're gonna do instead, let's put it on the item actor. For the default mesh, and then now the world item subsystem, we are no longer going to get the actor like that. We are going to get actor of class. What is that, in U gameplay statics or something? Get actor of class. Yeah, there we go. U world item actor, or a world item actor. That class. Is it, and I can't template it. Wonderful. So we're gonna have to cast it. Oh, I need a world context object as well. Cast to a world item actor. Yeah. In world, it needs to be a pointer. Okay. Luke Fam, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Good morning. Okay, so we have the world item actor here now. Now I have to rebuild again, and then I have to manually put a world item actor in each level. And then set the default mesh on it. Yeah, that's mesh equals, yeah, so we'll just do default mesh there. And I know that that doesn't make sense at the moment. I'm just stubbing that in for when the items actually have meshes to spawn. So yeah, that doesn't matter anymore. So let's delete the blueprint subclass subsystem that I can't find. There it is. Yeah, force delete. Okay, closed every single editor window I had. Okay, so now we need to add an actor. Oh shit, do I need to make it blueprintable? Okay, no I don't. Does it just add 0, 0? Yeah, that's good, I guess. That's good. World item actor. Can I just set, do I have to create, I think I have to create a blueprint subclass of it, right? Yeah. You can tell I'm not used to placing blueprints in a world. All my things are dynamically spawned. World item actor. BP. World item actor. So you will have some default mesh cube. Okay. Do we have a mesh? Yes, we have the mesh. Wonderful. We've set the for yes. We've returned an ISMC. Wonderful. Wonderful. We've returned true. Let's see what happened. I see zero. I see no instances. I see no actual instances. So let's actually do this too. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let's also do this where we add the ISMC as an instance component. So it actually shows up and we can debug, look at it for debug stuff. And I think I can actually, can I create component or something? What is the function? Isn't it add component? Like add component by class. Yeah, we should just use this because this will automatically do it if I'm not mistaken. And then I need to cast it, which that's kind of annoying. Jesus. Add world item. So yeah, we'll cast in that instead. Okay, let's try that, and we'll be able to actually look into the ISMC, I think. Drop location. I feel like that drop location should be correct. I believe that is what we're passing. It's the impact point, so... We have a cube. I guess the component probably needed to be added, so we don't have the proper... One, it's not the right size. I wonder if, well, apparently I can step up onto it. But it doesn't have collision, so I just fall through. Okay, so we have an item. The material is not getting set properly. View texture. So I'm gonna do that. Set material. World item actor. Default scene root. So the, I guess the, I might still need to add instance component. The size will need to be scaled down a little bit as well. That was too far. Here we go. Okay, so I created a dynamic material. All best for your game, buddy. Thank you. Welcome in. I do have the proper texture. Set texture parameter, icon texture. I hope that's the right parameter. Does that return like a boolean or anything? No, it doesn't. Okay. So hang on. What's the... Oh, I need to set the material. I need to set the material, don't I? Yeah, that's not, that is not set, is it? Yeah, so I need to put the default, I was just kind of expecting the default mesh to have the material on it, but that's not going to be the case. That is not going to be the case. Okay, default mesh, I also need a, default mesh material. U material interface. And then can I use that here? Default mesh material. Okay, I think that's good. Let's rebuild. Can I know what kind of game this is? It's going to be an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural terrain and AI-generated quests. So I'm just working at my test level right now, but I have a whole procedural terrain level that I will be switching to once I get this working. Okay, world item actor material. I need the icon texture material. Yeah, there we go. And then let me make sure I'm doing the right parameter here. Icon texture, yes. Which API for AI? I'm using Gemini. Uh-oh. This is null? The world item actor is null? Oh, did it not save? Oh, that's annoying. Found something funny in UE source code today. For batch transform updates and HISMs, it basically just loops over the single update transform with the big to-do comment. It says we should probably do some batching here. Yeah, I've seen those as well. I think that also has the, it's like the to-dos that just says Kevin 0 cleanup on it. Yeah. The APIs, and especially the APIs for like the instance IDs could be a lot better too. But yeah, I'm gonna have to write my own batch adding. Yeah, I need to, yeah, there's no actual, yeah, so I think one thing I should write. If world item actor, otherwise return false. So I should do that. Okay, we got our information there, good. Okay, yay, there it is, look at that. Okay, it has the texture on it. That's not the right texture. Okay, I think I need to do the custom data here, right? Are you in Twitch as well? Yep. Okay, so I need to pass a custom texture. Is that even possible? Wait, is that even possible? Also, I need to change the scale on those. I wonder if I should do the... Because there's a cube that is just a 1x1 or something, right? Cube 1 centimeter. Yeah, do that one. And then I can set the scale as well. Like 50/50 something. Doesn't understand what that is. I think that's the rotation, translation, then scale. I always found that weird. I feel like translation should be the first one. And then I'll need to, I think, adjust the location upwards. And then I'll probably also want to get the rotation from the terrain hit. So I should maybe just pass in the transform, honestly. I should probably just pass that in. Yeah, maybe we should update that. But I need to figure out... Let's see if that size is correct here. What on earth is so wrong about this? Is rotation normalized? Assertion failed. It's a fucking blank rotation. What do you mean? What do you mean, brother? Yeah, okay, it dropped it properly, I suppose. The texture kind of looks like shit on there. May I know all the software I am using? Unreal Engine. And that's it. These are all pre-made assets. I do not make. Yeah, why does the material look weird on that cube? So the scale, these are going to be absolutely enormous now. I think I'm inside of it. I think I'm inside of it. the Giga Cube. Okay, let's do an actual rotation, I guess. I don't like... I just want a translation and a scale, really. I mean, the rotation... Okay, we're just going to change this now. The transform. Okay. I'm gonna do just pass in the transform. So I have to keep in mind that mesh is like 100 by 100 by 100 when I, all hail the Giga Cube, yes. But yeah, I'll have to keep in mind that the cube size is 100 by 100 by 100. And I'll have to like divide by 100 for the scale and stuff. So I was hoping to be able to pass a custom texture into a material. Now I'm thinking that that might not actually be possible. I'm actually thinking that that might not be possible because you can only do floats for custom values in ISMCs. Well, I might actually need an ISMC for each icon. And so scale, max drop, delete that, I'm not using that. I need a float for default mesh size. It's going to be 100. And then I want the instance scale. I'll just call it instance size, which I want to be 50. So that means the scale needs to be instance size, I believe, just divided by default mesh size. I can convert this to a float, right? No, you can't. Okay, so I have to do it that way. Rotation 0, 0, 0, of course. Okay, let's see if that scale is correct now. Oh, and then I'll also need to adjust the... Yeah, okay, that's good. Now, the drop position is a little different. Yeah, it's not... That's not perfectly correct. Let me try full screen. That seems like it's even worse. Okay. So it's not perfect. I wonder if the screen scale or anything has something to do with it. Yellow Bean, hello, welcome in. So I'll also want to... I will also want to add some information here. And I think I want to add instance size times 0.5. To like set it on the ground properly. Oh, I need to do that in the Z direction. So what can I split this? Yeah, split this. There we go. Yeah, that's what I want. Then I'll need to get the rotation from the hit as well. So boom. Okay, yeah, now they're sitting on the ground. Yep. Okay. Position is still wrong. And I think I saw a Google post about that, or a forum post on Google for that. I might look at that here in a little bit. Transform world space, yes, yes, yes. Okay, I think I need to create an ISMC for each icon. Unless there is a way. Unreal Engine, custom texture for texture material, parameter for each instanced static mesh. Is that even a thing? I think you can only do float values for that. Can instance static meshes have different textures? Not as good as one ISM, but better than hundreds of normal static mesh. Yeah. Yep. Why? It would be really nice to be able to do this. Per custom data instance 4 times index value RGBA. Is that enter counter? Yeah, that's the counter for my key presses. Per custom data instance. So here, this is my texture. This is my material. So you're saying I would put the... But I would need to do that for every pixel in the texture, no? You grab 4x of those... Yeah, of this guy, you're saying. And append them to a single value to the base color. But like how does that get the pixel? How does that get the color of every single pixel in the texture? Like what data am I putting in there? Like when I'm adding my custom data, set custom data, what data am I actually putting in there? Because I need a texture to be passed in, like so. I don't think it's possible, right? Yeah, I understand how I can just change like a float parameter and stuff. And even if I need an RGBA, like a color, I know I could pass that in as 4 floats. But I need an entire texture, which is like... I guess I could use like a texture atlas, perhaps, and then pass in like a key, whatever the key is for that, right? Isn't that what texture atlases are? Then you need to put the texture in the material, then you have to send in custom 4-digit values to use that as a way to pivot between each texture. Yeah, but then I have to like, so I have to put every texture in my item database in there, right? I think I have to do different ISMCs because I'm not about to put every single texture that's in my item database into a material. Let's just, because then all of those are going to be loaded as well. So that's not even, that's not good. So I wonder if they're like, I guess the concept here would be per instance custom data texture parameter. A good old Prismatica showing up there. Yeah, I mean, I think I have to create a, yeah, I'm just going to create a different, in 5.6, there's a new UISM pool component. You have to also have per instance pool that you want to manage. What are the boxes supposed to represent? Dropped items? Yes. Okay, so we're now going to key this by icon. So we're going to change this a little bit. Or item. Error Singer, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. That is what I'm doing right now. And I'm setting that. But it's only, I can't set it per ISM instance. That's the issue. So I need to create an ISM for each one now. So icon texture. So now, yeah, we need to predicate this on icon texture. So I think I will eventually do a static mesh version of this. But I think I just need to do a U texture. And let's do like a... let's just do like an F name so that we don't maintain... Or I can do a soft object reference, right? Because that's what this is, right? Soft object pointer. So T soft object pointer U texture. So that we don't keep that loaded or anything. I mean, I guess it's always going to be loaded though, right? If the ISMC is spawned in the world. So maybe it doesn't matter. Although maybe it would unload if there are no instances of that. We'll keep it a soft object pointer here. Okay, so do that. Just thought you could spawn a generic leather pouch or something. The player can just open a widget that shows the items the pouch contains. Would save you from having to create custom meshes for each item type. Yeah, I don't want that. That doesn't fit my game design. I do have containers for the world, but dropping items in the world and being able to see what those items are is going to be important because there's going to be durability loss for being exposed to the elements and stuff like that. They need to take up physical space in the world as well. and they need to be shown in stockpiles and storage areas and stuff. So create the dynamic material. So yeah, I think eventually, you know, maybe I just keep these cubes, these default cubes, you know, and just change the icons on them. But there's also a theoretical world where I actually drop the mesh in the world as well. Because like I do have all the meshes. Because like obviously you picked it up and it was a mesh, right? Okay, so I think, is this, did I do everything correctly here? I think so, actually. We'll need to rebuild that because I changed the map key. Okay, I also want to put the quantity on the material, but I don't think there's a way to actually render text inside of a material unless you do something. Like there's no like built-in way, I should say that. Wait, what did that say? Oh, oops. Yeah, that's not correct. Rebuild that. But I think it, from what I was looking up, it would need to be a text render or something, whatever it's called, is what I would need to do, which sounds like, I don't know, I don't want to, like, I would need it on each side of the cube. I don't, it kind of seems like overkill. I'd rather just have a material be able to render the quantity. But I guess I would need to do something specific, where I would need to like load a texture with like every single letter or every single number. Yay. I have items in the world. So why I guess this one is transparent, that's why. These ones are transparent. Okay, so let's wire the... Oh, they didn't drop from my inventory. Okay, so that's our next thing. Drop item. They did not drop from my inventory, but I guess that's what I need to do here. So if I dropped the item, okay, so get item. Bro Pebbles, welcome in. It's going well. Going well. We're dropping items in the world. I need to get the item, so I need to like remove the item from the inventory, right? So get owner, or what is it? Get actor, or from actor. Yeah, from actor. Get component by class. Remove item. That is not a map or a set. Wait, or remove from inventory at. I think that's my get from index. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can actually get those things removed from our inventory now. Boop. Yay, got removed. Yay. And yeah, and if it fails, we don't do it, right? Too far away. Okay, now I need to pick them up. Probably also work on their, the names and stuff. So let's open the ISMC. Oxy, are you being a bad girl this morning? Okay, so we need to do some things here. Get interaction text implementation. And so I think, wait, what are you saying here, Durist? If you want to use the per instance data per instance, you have two. If you have two textures inside a material using UV offsets, basically, you're still using one extra code. Must be adding. You're still using one extra call, and most you're adding 4 kilobits per 100,000 instances. So it could be negligible. Worst case, you pay 2 texture sample costs per instance, but again, volume of instances will determine scale issues here. Yeah, it's an icon for every single item in the game. It is never going to be realistic for me to set up whatever kind of fucking lerp hell that would be. that's you know, thousands of items potentially. And every time I add an item, I don't want to have to remember, oh yeah, I have to go update that one material, you know. Even if I had a really snazzy texture atlas that I could just look up the texture by key, whatever the key of a texture atlas is. That about using a render target for the text or an atlas. Yeah, it just seems like overkill because I would need a render target. I would need to put it on each side of the cube, right? And I would need one per quantity, right? It would be such overkill. Okay, interaction text. I need to know what item this IMC is representing. Let me close out some of these tabs. I have too many open here. Okay, so I would think I would want a... I guess I'm just using the subsystem as a way to call the actor. So I would want you, my item, get item for ISMC. I guess I only need the ISMC here. Or the mesh. So pick up item, interact action. Yeah, so I guess let me spec this out real quick. So I would want to auto inv object action, I think. Yeah. Inv object action, instance ID. So on interact, I can get it pretty easily. Then I would just make a world item subsystem. Get as index. Does that actually do the translation? No, that just returns the ID. Oh, that's because it's not on the ISMC, so I need the ID to index. I mean, if I'm going to be getting the... Okay, just change this to a primitive instance ID. If that's what I'm going to be getting. Okay, so that fixes that issue. Inv object action, instance ID. Okay, so we can pick up item there, but I need a get item for ISMC function, which means now for the default items, I'm gonna need to store I either need an instance index from here to be able to look up the contained item. Or I need to store a map of uTexture to contained items. I guess that's the most efficient thing to do right now, although it's going to be weird when I actually spawn meshes. I'm going to need like multiple... Yeah, it can't be used as a value in a T-map. Yeah. Forgot about that too. Okay. And I wouldn't have the instance index either. But it wouldn't matter because I could just get the name of an item. Well, I guess what I do here... I need to work backwards. If I wanted a constant time lookup here, I would need another map going the opposite direction. So that would world item ISMC to the texture. Using the texture, I could look up. I wonder if I kind of feel like maybe contained items should live on the ISMC itself. That would probably solve this issue. Oh, can I override the add instance function? Not by ID though. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm just adding an instance. It doesn't matter if it's an ID or not. I can do that. Yeah, call this super, but then I would want to... Oh no, I need like I need a different function actually. I can't override it, never mind. I would want... In 32, add, I'll say add item instance. Those will take in a U, my item. Is not going to be overridden or virtual. Okay, so that's going to be there. So now item, contained items, add item. I actually want to return this instance, this index actually. Because add item instance, world item actor, item index, add item instance, give it the item to drop, good. Oh, but I need to set it on that too. Shit. Well, no, I guess I do that inside now. I guess I do that in here now. Yeah. So yeah, make that return instance index so it matches the previous functionality. But we don't need to do anything there, really. Yeah, we don't need it anymore. Okay, so then I would do a function, let's do uMyItem, pointer, get item, or instance. Or maybe just get instance item, which would take in an F primitive instance ID, make a const. Well, no, we can't. Yes, we can. Maybe I'm going to call this return instance item. Or pop instance item. Yeah, we'll do that. So it's not going to be const because it's going to remove. Pop instance item. Turn null pointer if hello, who is that? Who is that? Megatron, welcome. John Cena. Welcome in.
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Mango tear. Put it in reverse, tear.
What a reverse. How was your stream? Thank you for the raid. Welcome in.
Ladies and
Tell me
gentlemen,
about what you're working on, or have worked
what
on.
the dog doing?
What the dog doing? Were the noodles treating you nicely this morning? I hope they were. I hope they were. I am working on. Let me show you guys what I'm working on today. I'm trying to drop items in the world, and I'm working on like, so we can click and drop. That's too far, but I can click and like drop things from my inventory in the world now. So I'm working on like picking them back up now. We were told you do code. Yes, I write the goodest of codes, and it all works the first time, every time. But for those who don't know, I'm iDraw. Hello. I am working on an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain and AI-generated quests. So here's a bit of my procedural terrain. It's just a random seed that I generated. This is what the world. He compiles it, it ships it, or it gets the hose. Yeah, and I get the hose a lot, really. Every day, multiple times. So there's my world. There's my world. Things should be spawning. Yes, they're spawning right now. That's what the massive hitch is. So yeah, I'm thinking something like, it should be like some mushrooms for the road. Give me those. It should be something like vanilla WoW classes and combat. Not an MMO by any means, of course. Plus RimWorld Colony Sim. Plus like a Hades roguelite. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What have I done? Owner actors. Why is owner actor null here? That's an issue. So yeah, as you can tell, I write the goodest of codes. That sound, yes, I am reusing a few WoW assets. Thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome in, everyone. Yes, actually, my options menu now sets properly and even saves the values so that when going out of the options menu back in, no matter where from, it keeps those values applied, which is a real struggle to format it. But it's done and it's clean and I'm proud. Huge thing on the to-do list. Yeah, the persistent options, yeah, actually start to make it feel like a real game, I assume. You said destructible terrain? Yeah, well, it's not fully working right now, but let me just do an if, just so we can move past this. We'll do an if on a reactor and rebuild here. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. It is technically destructible terrain, although it's not useful at fucking all in its current incarnation. It's just kind of proof of concepted at the moment. I'll show it here once we get booted back up. I'm gonna have to come back to add functionality to volume settings because not all the sound effects and voice lines are even there yet. Dude, oh, you were so much farther than me in that department. I'm still using like all pre-made assets and stuff like that. Oh, we're done here. Yeah, we're not done here, rather. We are not done coding here. Okay, hang on. Let me write this real quick. So we're gonna get the item for an ISMC. Get item for ISMC. So that's gonna be there. We're gonna work on that here in a second. We're gonna work on that here in a second. We are working on the pop item, pop instance item. So if this is a valid ID, I want to, this is an instance static mesh, so we're going to remove instance by ID, instance ID. But first I need to get the custom data, because that has the index. What is it? It's like get primitive data, something or other. Get custom primitive data. Oh, and I need the, let's see, ID to, what do I do here? Get index. What is the function? What is the function? Get instance index for ID. That's what it is. So we need to do that with the given instance ID. And you, what are you returning here? What's your freight? Oh, we're just get custom primitive data. Oh, okay. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, custom data. So then I need to do like the math here. I need to do the math here. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be, so I'll need to get the instance index. That'll be where the custom data is stored at. The custom data there, it's going to be a float. Right now I only have one, so it's a 1-to-1. But I would need to multiply that by the get num custom data floats. Once I have more than one. Multiply by that, and then it would be like +0 because it's the 0th index. I'm just gonna put that there for myself. And this is going to be the item index that we have stored. These two have assets. A lot of my rules still silent. I mean, all these assets are like free for the month, kit bashed, like not final things. It's like, yes, I have them, but they are not good, not final. So the fact that you're talking about like sound effects and stuff like that, I'm like, wow, I'm still just borrowing them from WoW. So this is the item index, and so I would need to, if contain items dot is valid index on the item index. Well, we'll remove by instance ID there because we're gonna pop it and then return that. So I think that's good for the pop instance item. And so that's gonna go here. World item ISMC, pop the instance item with that instance ID. And then I can just, we're gonna get rid of all that, yeah. Because then the ISMC is the one handling that now. Okay, I think that's good. Pick up item, and then I'm calling that from the subsystem, no? Then I'm gonna write that, this probably, I'm gonna write that here in a second. Let's stub that out. Get item for ISMC. Do I need that? I don't know if I need that. We'll come back to that here in a second. The pickup item calls the item actors, which calls pop it, pop lock and drop it. Okay. Now we can rebuild. I love WoW. I'll follow your progress. Thank you. Copy then code. Welcome in. Can you give a really short TLDR on how you generate the world? I can. So I have 3 different compute shaders. Oh shit. Oh shit, I need to just return. Just return true there. So I have 3 different compute shaders that I wrote. I have a height map. I have a height map generator, which is the ugliest, probably the ugliest code I've ever written in my life. Because I have to blend between 8 neighboring chunks, and turns out HLSL is very declarative. And you have to... the passing struct parameters into HLSL compute shader is a pain in the fucking ass. So... yeah, this is my height map generator. I then also have a 3D noise generator. What do I call it? Noise generator? Yeah, I have a 3D noise generator. This is for like the caves and stuff like that. I have noodle noise and cheese noise. I combine those together, intersect them. Then I also have a custom marching cubes compute shader that stitches them together and kind of makes the 3D noise punch through the height map. So marching cubes outputs the verts and triangles, and then I can use that and apply it to a dynamic mesh to actually meshify it. Now I also do a lot more, but that is the TLDR. Let's try a new seed here. 553, 554. We're just cruising through. Yeah, it's all. I only have like 2 different biomes right now, so it's all pretty samey. But this is a good example of my zone entrance chunks here. There's one right there. So I put these border mountains around each zone to kind of create like a nice contained, almost a WoW-like zone, and not like Minecraft or Valheim where the biomes just kind of exist. They're just kind of seamlessly blending from one to another. But I wanted to create like specific entrances between each zone. So if I look here, this is a generated world map. I'm in the Necromancer's Crypt, apparently. So this white dot is that zone entrance chunk, and so each color is a different, like, zone. And then that is the Harpy's Roost of Vengeance. Next to the Land of the Dryads, Thundervale Peaks, Marble Caves, Howlshade Thicket. That's a cool name. Eldritch Forest. Icefang Hollow. Beast Lord's Lair. So none of these names really make sense, but I intend to have because they're all just like AI generated names, right? So I intend to like pass in all the attributes of what the zone is, how big the zone is, what kind of terrain noises spawned, what kind of points of interest are there, what are the resources, what are the characters, you know, pass all that into the AI, and hopefully it'll give it a pretty flavorful name. And then I'll take all that and then pass it into the quest generator as well. But yeah, that's a pretty quick TLDR on the world generation. So there's a different biome. There's a cave. There's my caves. So that I can show maybe show the destructible bit here. Nope. Okay, let's try again. Nope. Okay, let's try again. It sucks right now. Okay, let me go to the other side. I think I might have fallen in this cave. I wonder why procedural is a good choice for your game design. Maximum replayability. Maximum replayability. God damn it. As you can see, it works flawlessly. Okay, we'll try somewhere else maybe. And so every time you play, it'll be different. Different world. Every playthrough. And the colonists will be different. Oh, Jesus. Let's try a new seed. I want to try a new seed. It's a survival game like Forest. It'll have survival elements, but I'm gonna more so focus on the RPG. This is a good seed because we have some nice terrain noise here. Full-time dev. I am not a full-time dev, if that was your question. Oh my God, you've asked so many times. Jesus Christ. I am not my day job is a software engineer, but I am not working on this full-time. Hello, please. Did I break my... I might have broken my... Oh, I broke my... Hang on, I gotta restart. The torch breaks my linked animation instances, it turns out. Patience is not Bean's strong suit. You don't say. Okay. Sure. Oh, it was still highlighted, but not visible. Interesting. I think that might have been what broke it then. There we go. There is the destructible terrain in all of its glory. There it is. There it is. Okay, we're spawning. Hang on, give me a second. Okay, there we go. There it is. It is technically destructible. It is technically destructible, as you can see. It generates like way too many vertices, and it's obviously not a very useful shape, but it does work. You can see it in comparison to the resolution of the terrain verts. Not great. And then I need to regenerate the vertex data, so don't know why it always seems to make it stone. So there's like some stone there, I guess. There's some stone underneath that dirt. So yeah, that is the destructible terrain. I noticed there's no lizard NPCs. That's a deep cut meme. That is a deep cut meme. So yeah, every time you play, it'll be a different world, and I'm hoping that these different zones will be drastically different, like dynamic biomes and terrain noise and stuff like that. So it'll make it, you know, fun to like build colonies and stuff and recruit these guys. Let's get a guy. Can I have a guy with a name, please? There we go. Zafira Winterwood. Let's get a quest generated here. Kind of like Valheim. Yeah. Kind of like Valheim. All right. So I'm going to generate a quest. Zafira Winterwood is a 35-year-old female elf druid who is compassionate but lazy. Zafira was a dreamer, often lost in her own world. She found solace in nature, spending countless hours wandering the forest surrounding her home. Zafira's compassionate nature and laid-back approach to life make her a beloved figure. So let's see what kind of quest Gemini generated for me here. My guy's name is Valen Linden, apparently. So she says, Valen, is it? Listen, the forest has been a bit troubled lately, a subtle disharmony. Moon petal blossoms by the Whispering Falls are wilting inexplicably. You wouldn't mind gathering some flowers for me so that I may investigate. So this quest, in the quest panel here, is called Whispering Falls Blight. So I'll say, what are grumble snouts? Nasty creatures, not particularly bright, but aggressive and territorial. They're a kind of wolf, but angrier. Why moon petal blossoms specifically? They're particularly sensitive to shifts in the forest's energy. Their wilting is a clear sign that something is amiss, but I couldn't say what at the moment. So the quest log says, Zafira Winterwood, a druid, has requested my assistance in investigating the blight, a blight affecting the moon petal blossoms near Whispering Falls. These flowers are wilting prematurely, and she suspects an imbalance in the nature's harmony. And then the JSON object, the Gemini API returned, apparently had some encoded quest objectives, which were just obtain 5 moon petal blossoms. And so I also give it the ability to like spawn things. So there's like an array in the JSON object that it can populate with classes from my item database, because I dump literally everything spawned in the world, my entire item database. Like eventually I'll pass in the lore and the zone information. So I'll actually pick procedural points of interest and stuff rather than coming up with the Whispering Falls and stuff. But I dump all that in a prompt and I say, hey, generate a quest. You can generate chain quests if you want to. And so it returns with some potential objectives and things that need to be spawned and stuff like that. And I have actually successfully gotten it to spawn things in the world. It does not do a very good job of where to spawn them. So that's something that I will likely need to do myself somehow. Is it true that we'll have mining sounds like the ones in New World with reverb and all the juice? I fucking hope so, because New World's Gathering is so good. So good. But yeah, these will be the kind of quests that kind of get generated when you're running around the world. You'll be building your own colony, potentially multiple, hoping that there will be other AI-ran colonies as well, with different factions that you can interact with and all that stuff. Okay. Prison, shit. Okay, we'll stand and bang here. Alright. So that's a little bit of combat too. And then I can also, I've been working on colonist tasks recently, so I can like, these are just some dummy blueprints here. I can be like, hey, who are you? Ronan Wolfheart, join my colony, now I want you to construct. And so he knows where the construction buildings are, and he can go do that. Sir. Threaded single particle physics proxy base. What does this have to do with me? Oh my gosh. Okay. Can I skip these? Or, I have no idea if this is a crashing error or not, so I'm just gonna spam continue. Spamming continue. I'm spamming continue. Please. Doesn't seem to be working. Okay, I have to restart. So I know why that's happening. I know why that's happening. So I need to refactor some things to fix that. So that happens when the buildings don't have proper support. Unfortunately. How long are you working on this project? Almost 3 years now. 2.5 to 3 years. Getting after, hell yeah. Happy to see someone going through the process of iterating, correcting, iterating in the mad loop of life. I keep seeing progression every time. It's awesome. Thank you, man. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, I think the overall flow for the game is going to be something like, you know, start at level 1. You'll pick your class, of course, start at level 1. And then each time you level up, you know, you'll increase in power every few levels. You'll get to pick from a set of like 3 random abilities. And you'll start creating like a build for your character. And hopefully it'll be different each time. The abilities will be specific to your class. There will be many different classes. And you'll be running around the world exploring and recruiting colonists, if you so choose, and interacting with other NPCs and discovering points of interest. And when you die, you will start over at level 1. And when you come back, when you start over, the world state's still going to be there, right? Any colony that you built is still going to be there. And any quests that you've done will still be, you know, whatever world state that left the world in will still be there. I think I'll probably do like a small time skip when you die so that your colony might get raided while you're dead. But if you set it up well, like your colonists could die, right? They could die. But if you set it up well, when you get back, you should have like a bunch more resources, right? Because it's been running for a little bit longer. Dude, what is happening to my project right now? Really? Yeah, yeah, I know. Jesus Christ. This is an excellent display of my coding abilities right here. Pretty accurate. But, you know, if your colony's still there, you know, maybe you recruited a really good blacksmith last run, and so that blacksmith can now, like, create you some really good gear that you wouldn't have had at level 1 last time, right? And so there's a kind of form of meta progression there. I should probably not spawn the actors just to make it a little bit more stable. But I wrote my own ECS system as well, so the whole world will be running at all times. And I'm hoping that makes the world feel really alive and make your choices feel like they really matter. And so even if you run to the other side of the world, like the guys you've sent to go chop wood are still having to run to the forest and go chop wood. And if there's a wolf or a bandit in that forest, they will get attacked. And they will need to defend themselves or run away or something. So you'll need to make sure that they have good gear and stuff like that. Okay, here's a guy. You? Oh, there's a... Dude, this cave is kind of sick. Like, I really want, like, a big goblin encampment here or something, you know? Yeah, this is a sick cave. Wanted to run over here to get the rest of it generated. Want to see how far down it goes. Oh my god, it keeps going. That's crazy. You know what I should do? Because right now... Oh, look at that. Yeah, I forgot that there's surrounding territories here. Well, those ones are like way... Oh, there's a meadows biome here. A red meadows. But I'm thinking maybe instead of just doing... Because I have just one set of noise that I just splat for the cheese noise. I'm wondering if I should do 2 smaller sets of noise to make the caves more interesting shapes. Double cheese noise. If you're across the world and your guys are getting attacked, are you going to do some fast travel type thing like Fallout 4's your base is under attack, or do they just fend for themselves? I hated having to babysit my colonists, and the fact that they gave the defense a boost if you were in the colony during a mass attack made me annoyed. Yeah, so that Fallout 4 settlement system, like that is somewhat inspiring me because I always wanted more from that system. And I hated that the defense was just based off of a number and it didn't actually matter as to where I placed my fucking, you know, defensive, my turrets or output or like, what were they? The little like guard tower things you could place. Like it just made defense number go up. And so if you weren't there, it just ran off that defense number. It didn't actually matter. It only mattered if you were there. Right? And so I always wanted that system to have more fidelity. If the attackers couldn't get in, they just spawn inside. Yeah, and it was just super unrealistic and stuff like that. And it was all faked to a certain extent. And so part of that is like, I want to actually get attacked, you know, for real. And I want to have where my defenses are set up matter. That's why I wrote the ECS system so the whole world can run like that. You ever played Minecraft's Mine Colonies? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Never heard of it. But I will probably give the player a Hearthstone with a long cooldown on it. Then I will also give the player ample time to get back to their base should they choose, right? But yeah, it will be a pretty big design consideration because I don't want to make the player feel like they can't leave their base, you know? So the difficulty curve of the raids is going to be something I have to play around with to make sure that that doesn't feel too tedious and too, yeah, like you say, babysitty. And it'll probably depend, you know, I want to facilitate setting up multiple colonies in the world. So which colony gets attacked and how well you've set up its defenses will probably depend on, you know, how much you want to go protected or not, right? And, you know, maybe it handled the last raid pretty well, so you're pretty confident that it can do so again. But I think for a lot of the time, you know, I'll have to not do them that often, or maybe like, oh god, I might have just fallen down in here. Help. Maybe like increase the chance of a raid while you are at the base to get like, so that you can actually like respond. And just not do the raids while you're away as often. God damn. I'm stuck. Okay, let's see here. All right. I did do these sim settlements though in Fallout. Still left a lot to be desired. It's a very involved mod that lets you set up an entire settlement. You have to assign NPCs jobs, lumberjack, cook, courier. Oh, that sounds awesome. And they build all their own buildings and periodically get attacked. It's quite good. I definitely recommend checking it out, at least for research purposes. Yeah, that does sound fun. That sounds right up my alley. Because I always play RimWorld and I always want to be like down in the world, you know? It's always my dream there. this is like Valheim. It'll probably be similar in some regard, but it's going to be more so RPG Colony Sim, less so survival. Dr. Fluchtfinger. Willkommen Sie dazu. I am going to have more people per map or solos. If you're asking if multiplayer, if I will do multiplayer, yeah, I at some point intend to do multiplayer. I will have Valheim style tree chopping, and my trees have dynamic components. So wherever I chop them is where it gets deformed at runtime. Here we go. Then I can keep chopping. There we go. Come on, get off. I can't get it to actually fall off. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh god, I just kicked it. I just punted that thing. I want the tree trunks to like deal damage when they hit people too, you know, so we can have the Valheim type tree dominoes. Oh dear. The dot should kill him, right? Did I not put the dot? I don't know if I put the dot on him. There we go. Oh, it's getting a little laggy. It is getting a little laggy. How many entities do I have spawned right now? That is not the right thing. Oh boy. Okay, stop. I have 1,500 entities spawned and running right now. I'm not sure that that's what the performance is from, though. Let's check. Probably like Slate or something stupid. Yeah, let's see what's happening here. Whatever image wrapper compress is. Oh, it's PCG. Yeah, it's PCG doing stuff, which I need to fix. A lot of Slate too. Game thread wait for. So yeah, the GPU is going quite slowly. PCG, yeah, a lot of PCG is running right now, which is something that I need to do some optimization on. We got 70 FPS here, 77. So yeah, it's not the entity system at all, actually. Yeah, Slate taking 47 milliseconds on some frames too. Like, come on now. Spare me. Are you generating the PCG points on GPU? No. I cannot, because they require collision. So yeah, here's an example of how my world is runnable offline. You can see the nav mesh is still here, even though the meshes aren't. That's because I take the output from the marching cubes, which is the vertex and index buffers, and I can export those to the nav mesh directly, and the nav mesh knows what should be rendered even though there's no mesh there. Like, it's not just invisible, the mesh is deleted to save on memory. And then PCG actually uses my own node that I wrote to sample points from that same data rather than using collision. So it uses the index and vertex buffers and stores them in a spatial data structure, a bounding volume hierarchy, so that it can efficiently do line traces through it without actually needing a mesh or needing collision or anything like that. So yeah, there's actual entities out here moving around. on this nav mesh. Can't see them, they're not rendered, but they're there. So yeah, that's a bit about my world and my game. So I need to get back to working on dropping things and picking them up. So we're going to go to the test level here. We're going to do the test level here. So what I'm working on is just some inventory stuff so I can drop and pick up and stuff. So what I need to do is I need to make sure that my make, it is called make interact action from it result. There we go. If it is, so I should get here. Okay, yeah, so we do get there. Perfect. And then on interact, oh yeah, interact doesn't do anything yet. Or no, we call pick up item. So do we get there? We'll see. No, we don't. Okay. Yeah, I bet we don't have we're not passing in the proper interact action. What do we have here? No, we do. We have an environment object action. Does it have an instance? I mean, that's probably the correct instance. So we pick up item. I mean, that should be valid, right? The ISMC, that is valid. Now, is valid ID, I guess, is returning null here. Yeah. Why is that not a valid instance ID? That should be valid. I think ID of 0 is valid. But I should let the ISMC handle that itself. Yeah. Run live coding there because it's checking anyway, so I assume we will get to null pointer here. We'll see if we get there. But that will remove and return the item. But then I need to actually put it in the interacting characters inventory, which will be the next thing I do once I get that working. Let's restart just to make sure I have proper data. So we did get there. Item, okay, so we actually got here now. Yeah, so the custom data is empty. So we're not setting custom data. I am setting num custom data floats. The primitive custom data is empty though. So let's do this. Make sure that's a valid index before we do it. We'll just downcast that to an int. Yeah, so why doesn't it actually do that? So this returns a bool. Would that ever return false? guess it would if it's an invalid index. So let's log if that actually got added or not. Okay. Let's look at the output log here. Added data was true. Why is that empty? Do I need to do that? Rather than, yeah, I think maybe I'm doing the wrong one. I wish it was get, I wish there was a... Yeah, I think that's a different one. I think I might write a, I have an ISMC wrapper that I use, my instanced static mesh component. I think I want to write a function for get, this will be a t-array of float, get custom data for instance. And what I want to do here is essentially what I'm doing here. So in 32, data start index is equal to, yeah, that. So if data start index is valid, if that's valid, for I on num custom data floats, data dot add, we'll just do I equals that. Yeah, so we'll do this and then we'll make sure to data dot init with 0 for num custom data floats. That we always have the number that we expect in there. And so then I can do something like t-array float data equals get custom data for instance. So then I can say data at 0, and I'll know that that's valid. And I have that functionality now for every single thing. You could even like, I could even like do another one where it's like get custom data for instance at index, but that's kind of, I don't know, don't need to, but that should be, this is, this should be good now. Okay. This is taking a hot minute, isn't it? Okay. Not bad considering all the assets. Well, the assets shouldn't really make a difference when building the editor. When loading, for sure. But not just for building the code changes, you know? Okay, that was too far. Drop right there. It's not perfectly accurate. Oh, look at that. Okay, it works. Okay, perfect. Now we just need to add it to the inventory. Whose responsibility should that be? I guess it has to be. I guess it has to be here. World subsystem pickup item. I mean, I guess I'm just kind of going out. I'm doing a really roundabout way of that. So let me just do this. Pop instance item. That'll be a lot more straightforward, and I don't need the subsystem. That's just for external usages, I guess. So I have this item here. So the interact action, I need to make sure environment object action interacting object. I need to cast this to an actor. We'll say if item and interacting actor goddamn actor. Wrong again, AI, wrong again. What's your PC specs? 7700X and a 3080 Ti, 64 gigs RAM. If I have both of these, I need to get the inventory components. Inventory, interacting actor, get component by class for inventory components. Okay, if inventory change this to a card. So inventory, add to inventory, insert add index is already added, so just add the item. And does that return bool? Yeah, so that will return bool. And actually, I need to make sure that there's space in the inventory before I pick it up, right? So that should be in the, probably the is interactable. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. The super result. So I need to grab the, so I just need a way to get the item instead of just popping it as well. This will be const. This valid ID isn't const. Are you fucking shitting me? That's so stupid. You know it should be const, right? They're just the same thing, but we don't remove, basically. Okay, so we just need a way to get the item. Which we have now, item equals get instance item. If there is no item, return false. Just getting all our error cases out of the way here. There's no item or interacting character, or if there is no inventory, then we return inventory. Isn't there a fit? Can fit an inventory item? Yeah. I had that function made already. So we would return whether or not it's interactable. And so that should always be called before this is called. So then we can just probably assume everything. I mean, the interaction action could have changed, I guess. I mean, they should be called in the same frame. They should be called in the same frame, question mark? No, they might not. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to go is interactable if it's not interactable. Early return. Interactive implementation. Be success. Okay. All that's in there. Okay, rebuild. So now that should put it in my inventory. Okay, so now does it all work? Can we drop things and get them added back into our inventory? Drop. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, where are we getting tripped up here? Failed to get to interact action. F entity, set entity, interaction action. Why is the state tree in there? That's oh no, that's I have an entity running around. That's expected. That is expected. At what point do we fail? Okay. Super result is false. Wait, what is the super? Oh, am I not close enough? Yeah, I don't think I'm close enough. Oh, it's still false. Why is it false? Get instance bounds. It is drawing the bounce properly. Oh, and it's gonna try and do the loot as well. That's the issue. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Okay, so that should be... That should be put into the environment object ISMC. So we're going to override that. Is interactable. Yeah, I guess I have to do the execution, or the, not the execution, implementation one. God, there's so many fucking things on here. Oh, the environment object ISMC is just extending the instant static mesh component. Wait, what is interactable ISMC extending? Oh, it's extending the environment object ISMC. Okay, these are backwards from what I thought they would be. So yeah, I guess this isn't an environment object. Do I want to share this interactable? Oh yeah, and the interact implementation. The problem is I don't, I'm getting the loot from the data table on the environment objects, which are things like the mushrooms, you know, the sunflower, the shit that I have spawned in the world, trees. These world items don't have, their loot isn't defined by that. So I guess for right now, I don't want the super class call. And maybe in the future I will think of whether or not I want to have them structured that way. I think maybe it makes more sense to have the interactable ISMC in... Or it makes more sense for the environment object to extend from the interactable ISMC. But then, you know, I need to think about how much shared logic is there going to be? I don't know. I don't know how much shared logic they would be, so maybe I should just get rid of the interactable abstraction layer. Yeah, I'd like to get this working before I have to hop off here. Come on, you can do it. You can build. Almost there. God, it is going at a snail's pace, man. A snail's pace. I feel like it should not take several minutes to build on modern hardware. It's not like I didn't edit the engine source code at all. Okay, let's see where we're at. Okay, we have the item. We have an interacting actor. Wonderful. Okay, so we ran through all that. It's gone. Is it in my inventory? It's in my inventory. Yes. There it is. Okay, let's try a split stack. Okay, so I split it. I'm gonna split it again into the world. Ooh, that dropped all of it. Okay. That dropped all of it. I'll need to handle that. But it stacked it. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, it's working. It's working. Oh, I need to end the interaction, don't I? Yeah. Is there a way to split specific amount? I haven't done that yet. Just split by half for now. But I need to do the split and drop is not working. Only the split in inventory. Then I'll need to make sure they don't like collide with each other. There we go. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so we remove from inventory at, but then I guess I need to, when I drop item, yeah, I need a whole on drop here. Yeah, and this is a whole thing. I'm gonna need to potentially spawn a new item to drop here. To do spawn new item with proper quantity. To handle split drops. Okay, it's working. We got it working today, guys. That's awesome. It only took 3 hours. We got a little sidetrack too, so it wasn't like it was an entire 3 hours. And I spent maybe, 45 minutes getting it set up last night, so we'll say 3 hours. I think 3 hours is fine. We've got it. Things to do. Things to do. We... Turn false if item already there. I haven't done destroy item. Yeah, I may also want to trace down as well, so I'm only gonna, we only like halfway did this one. Oh god, what on earth, what button press resulted in that? Then I also, yeah, I want to, if I don't get a hit, I want to trace straight down and then drop it there at max distance, I think. And then handle add to area is another thing we would want to do. And then I want to return false if there's an item in the way. So we still need to do that too. I don't want you to be able to drop on top of items. I just started Unreal. I'm learning from Stephen Ulibarri's C++ course. Nice. Okay, and then I'll write a thing for handle split drops. And then is there anything else? I wonder if I should do if you know what would be nice if line trace results in container hit. You know, click and drag onto the container, because I have these containers in the world too, right? You can like build little chests and store in there as well. So I can, I can put things in there, but it would be nice if I could just click and drag as well, you know? I wonder if I can put it, I can set it on top, but like, I want that to result on you actually putting it in the inventory, right? And then I also want to get a little bit better. I want to handle the figure out location to drop. I'm gonna say figure out why cursor is slightly off. Need to figure that out. Need to figure out what's he building. I'm working on a video game. It's gonna be RPG Colony Sim Roguelite is what I'm working on. I've just been doing like dropping items in the world and then picking them back up. I wonder if I do this. Oh, I never set up click and drag on the character panel. Forgot about that. Let's do drag and drop for character panel. I need to do that too. Oh, dude, you can do so many things with this too. If line trace results in colonist hit, you could trade to the colonist that way too. Like really, if it hits anything that has an inventory component on it and it's within the right distance, do it. And honestly, if I do this, if it's too far, then maybe I wouldn't want to trace down and then just drop it on the ground, because then a player might think they're within distance to put it in a container or give it to a colonist, and then the line trace wouldn't get that far, and it would be like, and it would just drop it on the ground, and they might not realize, which would be bad. So maybe I wouldn't want to do something like that, right? I'm liking it though. The system's working out nicely. Now, if only I could get, I'll also write down, put this in a separate thing, figure out how feasible item quantities on world items are. Feasible showing item quantities on world items are. I don't think it's that feasible. It's technically possible, but I just don't know if it's worth it. Wait, can you hold a torch? Oh, you can hold a torch. Look at that shit. Okay, haul your inventory. Put everything you got in there. Nice. Look at that. It's all in there. Oh, right-clicking this should automatically put it into my inventory. If it's a container. Which is going to be, because if it's a colonist and there's an equipment component, we'll do that. I'll say right click on inventory. I'll just say right click on container, inventory should grab from container even if player inventory is not shown. Yeah. It's another thing I need to do. Oh, right click from container doesn't work at all. Yeah, I can still transfer. Okay. I mean, I'll handle that. Okay. I just ghost welcome in. We're at the end of the stream though. I gotta hop off and head to work. So I'm gonna find. I want to raid. Oh, we got a lot of good ones today. Oh, everyone's on. Everyone's on today. Oh my lord. Fucking hang on. I gotta watch Quinn here for a second.
And what you're doing is you're selecting.
He's
those
attempting to make a
areas.
game. I don't think he's ever coded before, but he's trying to vibe code a game here.
Interesting.
So 7,000 people watching it, by the way.
I suppose the sprite could just be made up of like 5 different parts, and you can do the same thing inside the game engine, right? You could just have like the sprite. It's just like.
Looks like he's just
goes
working on
leg,
animation,
goes-
so nothing too exciting. We got a lot of good options here, though. A lot of good options. It's like handing a monkey a nail gun. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Zed rated us the other day. I might send you guys over there. Nice chill guy, working on his own game and his own engine. Very Doom. It's like a Doom-like almost. Oh, he's doing Go web dev actually. So you guys are gonna go watch some web dev apparently. And everyone on YouTube, you were gonna get kicked off into the ether. Sorry about that. I don't think Zed. I don't think he streams on YouTube. But yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. Megatron, appreciate the raid. But I'm now going to go raid Zed, who's doing some Go web dev. Super chill stream. He's good people. He's one of my common raiders. Hell yeah. Yeah. Have a good day, everyone. Hopefully I will see you again soon. Goodbye.